The ironic thing was it's a secular playwriting contest nationally that was held in Hollywood, of all places. And the adjudicators include Paul Newman, Julie Harris, Lily Tomlin, Ed Asner. And so for them to recognize my work, which is really not my work, it's just a reiteration of, we all know as the Bible, and the three parts, part 1, part 2 of the Old Testament, and then today I'll be doing part from the New Testament, a cutting that includes the passion, death, and resurrection of Jesus.
So what are we going to see at the beginning? What will be part 1 that we'll be seeing?
Okay, we're going to see Pilate's wife. If you remember, she had a dream, and she tried to warn Pilate. We all know Pilate is sort of a wishy-washy character. We always wonder what was he thinking. But she sort of rants about that, you know, kind of like a little bit of a nagging wife. Why won't he listen to my advice? And then it'll go straight into Mary at the cross. I call it the Passion According to Mary. And then we'll have a little break, and we'll come back for the resurrection.
That's
the
beautiful.
good news.
Now, you've got wonderful talent, and you're devoted to this beautiful story. What made you get interested in doing this particular type of performance?
Well, I do a lot of shows that have multiple characters, and it was my audience members who said, you know what, you should do Women of the Bible. And, you know, I always said to myself, I studied theology first years ago during Vatican II, and then later in life I went back and got a theater degree, and I went, theater, theology, what if we put the two of them together? Maybe people would get it. And it just seems to have caught on, and I'm so grateful to God that he chose me as the steward of these plays.
What I like about it, too, is it brings it to life. I think that if people watch your performance, and for the people at home, when you watch it, you'll understand what I'm saying. It really brings it to life, the emotion of the time. Because you can read something, but when you see it, I think it hits the heart a lot. Do you get that from your audience as well? What's the reaction?
We pass the tissue through the whole thing, you know, but I try to balance it in the regular shows with as much humor, you know, as much edginess, so that there's something for everyone, especially the internet generation, some of whom have never heard the stories of some of these characters of the Bible.
Now, we're fortunate because you are in this area, but you do this all over the country, right?
I do, and I do 7 one-woman shows, not just these 3 religious-themed shows. I do one for the medical community, the first American woman doctor. I do a show called Spoon River, where I play 30 characters from the 1890s, including men, and a few others. And it's those that tend to get me booked, and then once I'm there, I try to arrange to do a church show, not necessarily a Catholic church show either, and always I do a prison ministry while I'm there, because that's my special calling.
Well, that's wonderful, and if you'd like to get in contact with Linda, you can call us here at Catholic TV, and we will give you the contact information. But Linda, I'm sure that they're watching us and they say, well, we've heard all this great stuff, we want to see Linda perform, so please take it away.
Thank you. My husband Pilate, what is he doing? What is he thinking? Why is he letting the Jewish leaders and the local officials railroad this innocent man? I haven't slept a wink last night after having this terrible dream. It was about this Jesus of Nazareth, and it was very clear in this dream that this man is innocent. I spoke to Pilate about it a few moments ago, and frankly, I'm worried. Will he respect my intuitions and my advice? What now? Oh, the chief priests are reminding Pilate that it's that time of the year again, prisoner of the year release. Oh, wait a minute. This could be a good thing. I mean, this could be his big break. Who else could they possibly ask for? What? Barabbas, that terrorist? He committed murder and led a rebellion. You can't be serious. Why won't Pilate assert himself? He is the Roman governor, after all. Why is he being so cautious? Perhaps he fears a riot with those relentless, screaming crowds. Oh, looks like that did it. Pilate is washing his hands, literally, of the whole affair. And those bloodthirsty people still haunt me with their chant, "Let his blood be upon us and on our children."